You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Days of Our Lives fans. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I've got your 2-week spoilers for Monday, May 6th, all the way through Friday, May 17th. And of course, the big news is Nicole getting her baby back. And of course, we've got Clyde stuff. We've got Konstantin exposed. So much to unpack. If you haven't, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our updates for Days of Our Lives. Now let's jump right in with action coming Monday, May 6, 2024. Stephanie is very upset when Everett writes a harsh article about the mayor. And of course, this all started with Nicole because EJ filled her ear with BS because Paulina criticized him, rightly so. And then Nicole took that, I think, to Chad, and then Chad went over there. It's just a mess. Paulina's being railroaded only to advance and protect EJ, but I don't think most of the people realize that's what's happening because EJ is being a sneaky son of a gun. Jada and Rafe are toasting, moving in together. They're nesting and they're decorating things to her taste, but clearly her ex Bobby is going to be an ongoing problem. Paulina is very upset to find out her daughter is pregnant and has been exposed to iodine radiation because she went out in that snowplow. It's one of those Sophie's Choice things, right? We've talked about that before because if she hadn't have done it, Chanel might be dead right now. So choices. Johnny and Chanel consider their options about the pregnancy when they find out that what the risks are because of the radiation exposure. Meanwhile, Sloan absolutely floors EJ DiMera when she says, yes, Jude is Nicole's baby, but no, not your baby. That's Eric's baby. He is going to be gobsmacked, come unglued, try to rush through a DNA test because he doesn't believe her. And I don't blame him. Tuesday, May 7th, 2024, we've got Kristen making out with Alex right in front, literally right like a foot away from Brady, trying to make him jealous. And it may be working. It's definitely working with Teresa because Teresa is very worried that Kristen is going to steal Alex Kiriakis from her. And she is still busy gold digging. In a scene from the promo this week, when Alex talks to her about his inheritance, she says, yay, we are going to be set for life. And he kind of gives her a look and she says, I mean, you are set for life. Boy, Freudian slip. Sloan goes to Melinda Trask and tells her about the confrontation with EJ, what Leo said, and that she still had that trump card about the paternity to play and how she thinks she will be able to keep EJ under control to some extent. Marlena and John talk to Steve about what they need to do to deal with the threat that is Konstantin Meleounis. And Maggie tells Xander, Sarah, and Konstantin that Victor's will was probated. And that should mean that everything is settled and the money and all the assets are ready to be officially divvied up, which is going to get dodgy fast since Alex is not owed what he thinks he is owed. Wednesday, May 8th, Johnny goes to talk to his dad, EJ, about the radiation, the high risk of Chanel's pregnancy, and asks him for his advice. EJ's 2 cents is that they should not continue with the pregnancy. I don't think it's because he wants, I think he's very open to having a grandkid. It's just, I think he is looking factually at the possibly catastrophic birth defects and kind of things that are a possibility, and he doesn't want that for Johnny. Aaron, who's this teenage friend of Tate's, wants to go to prom with this new girl, Sophie, but Sophie wants to go with Tate. I wonder if Holly is going to go with Aaron and Sophie with Tate, and then they're going to pull some kind of date swap behind their back. Something like that. That seems like a typical soapy teen thing to do. Ava and Harris have their hands on Clyde's black book thanks to help from Stefan, and they are going to be absolutely shocked by what they find inside of it. It's going to kind of change everything. Eric and Nicole are very close together working reporting on this story at The Spectator about homelessness, and they are way too close for comfort for EJ and Sloan, and they spend some time talking about Sloan as well. Thursday, May 9th, Xander accuses Stefan of setting him up for Harris's shooting. Xander is right on the money, and I wonder if he has any proof, and if he does, will he accept whatever kind of bargain or payoff that Stefan offers? Xander's done some bad things in his time, as we know, so maybe Stefan can talk him down. Meanwhile, Stefan agrees to help Ava and Harris take down Clyde once and for all after they all see what's in that dirty black book. And Maggie finally finds out the ugly truth about Konstantin, but Konstantin isn't giving up. He tries to enlist Sarah Horton into helping him keep the wedding on track. Friday, May 10th, Tate is out for a Mother's Day brunch with Teresa at the bistro when EJ shows up with Holly and Nicole for their Mother's Day brunch, and things get awkward. Eric has a very special gift for Sloan for Mother's Day. I wonder if she's going to have to give it back when she gives back the baby. I mean, awkward. Chanel talks to Johnny about whether they should keep the baby, address the risks, deal with them, face them, or if they should, be more cautious and terminate the pregnancy. Chad and Thomas for Mother's Day go to visit Abigail's grave. Strange he's not taking his daughter, or at least his daughter isn't mentioned in the spoilers. And Mother's Day, of course, falls on Sunday, May 12th. Paulina is very upset about Chanel, and she talks everything through with Julie. Then the week of 13th through the 17th of May, we have Konstantin's scheme totally falling apart and Maggie's friends and family circling the wagons. I would be glad if Konstantin was run out of town on a rail and we never saw him again. I don't think he's going to go down that quietly, though. Ava and Harris are sitting on this big Clyde secret, and they have to scramble to cover a slip that they make. Sloan's Mother's Day is going to be her first and last because it is time to give Nicole back her baby. That is going to happen by the end of May sweeps, is what I've heard. EJ and Sloan are going to make a bargain, basically of equally assured destruction. She will keep the secret about Jude's paternity if he keeps the secret that she and Melinda facilitated stealing the baby, so they can cook up some solution where Nicole gets her baby back and Sloan avoids repercussions. But I do think that she is going to be heading out of town. Melinda and Sloan come out of this unarrested and unscathed. Melinda stays in Salem. Sloan does not. Johnny and Chanel make a life-changing decision the week after Mother's Day, and we are on the countdown to Anna Lynn McCord's debut as what could be a reincarnated Abby DiMera. We'll see. And of course, Jackee Hernandez, the recast, comes in about 4 to 6 weeks, but watch for a lot of groundwork being laid for that, with Stefan and Kristen continuing to pursue the answer to who killed Lee Shem. And there was a cryptic spoiler that says news comes from far away. That could be about Bo, sure, but I also wonder if it is about Wendy and Tripp finding Lee alive in Hong Kong. We'll find out more as Sweeps rocks on. Thank you so much for tuning in. Those are our 2-week spoilers. Come back soon. Drop your comments. Subscribe if you haven't. And as always, I'm your host, Belinda from Soap Dirt, talking Days of Our Lives 7 days a week right here.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.